Surprisingly, a great majority of people, even including Washington state residents, do not know that Mount Rainier is in fact an active volcano. Although the last recorded eruption was around 1894, Mount Rainier is considered to be one of the most dangerous volcanoes on the planet. The dangers of Mount Rainier primarily stem from its massive amount of glacial ice that has been collected from atop its 14,000 foot elevation. This mass amount of glacial ice would be instantly melted by an eruption from Mount Rainier and would immediately turn into massive rushing waters that would collect mud, debris, rock, and other components along with it, as well as the earthquakes that would occur would devastate the entire area surrounding Mount Rainier, forever rendering the landscape unrecognizable. And finally, the ashfall produced from Mount Rainier would not only black out the sky, but would poison the surrounding waters for miles to come, and would cause respiratory damage to all living creatures that breathe it in. Because of the amount of glacial ice, not much lava would be witnessed from Mount Rainier. Instead, the ice would be turned into a rushing river that would collect everything in its path, reaching speeds of upwards of 100 miles per hour. Much of this was witnessed during the eruption of Mount St. Helens, as well as the devastation that was seen afterwards and felt for years to come. Those rushing lahars, once settled, immediately hardened much similar to concrete. In fact, the lahars from Mount Rainier are predicted to reach such a massive degree that during an eruption, the lahars would instantly reach and mix into the Nisqually River and the Cowlitz River, which immediately surround Mount Rainier. At this point, lahars would spread further rapidly, mixing into the Puyallup River, the White River, and the Carbon River, taking out roadways and reaching towns with major populaces within just the first few hours. From the last major eruption from Mount Rainier, valleys were formed which are now occupied by roughly 80,000 residents. These valleys would make perfect lahar zones during a Mount Rainier eruption, making it much easier to collect debris such as cars and houses and reach Seattle, which is just 54 miles to the northeast. These valleys are also where all the major highways and freeways are formed, such as 410, 512, 164, and I-5, which would immediately be taken out by the lahars, causing gridlock and trapping residents where they're at. Within just a few hours, the earthquakes and lahars would devastate the region, leaving ashfall to black out the sky and poison major bodies of water. If you live in the state of Washington, especially near Mount Rainier, have a plan. Be prepared. Invest in bottled water, storable foods, gas masks, and even study safe points and exit points and means of safe travel for you and your family during such an event.